Hello, hi guys, welcome back to Taseni's class. Today I have decided to start a series of videos, and in these videos I will talk about R. I will introduce R for statistical running. There is some commands that are needed for statistical running, and some of you say that they don't have any basic knowledge about R. So I decided to at least show you how some commands that are needed for statistical running, and I will do it in a series of videos, 4 to 5 videos. So let's start today, and I hope you will follow all the videos so that you have a full package which is needed for statistical running. In today's lesson, I will talk about some basic commands. Let's start. So as statistical analysts, the first thing that I want you to know is how to create vectors in R. Let's say that you want to create a vector x under the name x. You type x followed by this sign, then c, and parentheses, and inside the parentheses you put elements of that vector separated by commas. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then run. If you run it, then R knows what is x, and the variable x will be seen in the environment pane. The other way to create a vector without using this sign is to use equal sign. Let's say that I want to create another vector y, and instead of using this sign, then I use equal sign. I type equal c and parentheses, and under parentheses I put elements separated by commas. Yeah, that's why. And I can just click Ctrl Enter to run it, and I will get our vector or our variable also in the environment. Let's, for instance, you have a vector x and y, and it is a long vector. You don't know how many elements it has. You can read it in here in the environment. This 7 here says that in x there is 7 elements, and this 5 here says that in y there is 5 elements. But if you don't have it there, you can just type length x, and if you type length x and control enter, you will get your 7 here. Or if you type length y here, then you will get your 5 here, which means that our vector y have 5 elements. That's how you can create vectors in R. So the other thing that someone needs to know is how to remove this variable x or y from the environment without cleaning all the variables defined in our environment. How do you do that? It's just typing the command rm and parentheses, and inside the parentheses you add the variable that you want to remove from the environment. Let's say that I want to remove x there, then I type x there, then control enter. See, the variable x is no longer in our environment. If you want to clean y, you just type y there, then y is no longer there. Yeah. And if you want to know a list of variables that you have in your environment pane, you just type the ls function in parentheses and control enter. You see here it says that character 0. Character 0. It means that we don't have any variable defined here in the environment pane. But for instance, let's take back our variable x there, control enter x and y. We have two variables there, x and y. And if now I type this ls and control enter, I will have a list of all the variables that I have in our environment, a list of x and y. which means that our R now knows only two variables in our environment, X and Y. Yeah. And if you want to delete all the variables at the same time, like here I have been deleting one by one, but let's say that you want to delete all of them. How do you do that? You just type the command lm and parentheses and list equal list equal ls. Yeah, it's like, it means that the list of the variables that you want to clean is all the variables, because the command ls, as I have shown you here, the ls shows all the variables that you have in your environment. So then this lm and list equal ls will delete all the variables you have here in this environment pane. If we click Ctrl Enter, see, then our environment pane is empty. So that's how we can enter variables, vectors in this now in environment, and then you can clean or delete them from the environment to clean your R, the memory of R. That's it. So guys, this is the end of today's video, and please come to the next class, because I have a series of things a must know for you in R for statistical learning. Welcome to next class and hope to see you. Don't miss.